working on a new version that's a lot more complicated than this, that will actually turn the turret and everything. I just love like the nostalgia of it. So we had like a Milwaukee battery plugged into it. It's really basic, but it worked super good. There was even a couple little safety features, like if this went dead or lost signal even, there was a program that would run to apply full brake and sound the horn. Since air was so critical for braking and steering, I wanted to have a backup, not just relying on the electric motors. So I had a nitrogen tank in the tank that was set at a pressure just below what these do. And that just made a redundant system so that if these ever failed, we could still stop the tank. The core is really tough. But the tins, like the side armor and everything, it bends pretty easily. So I was like full time repairing every single thin piece of metal on this thing for like 2 months. So I redesigned all the fenders. This is all 4-inch steel, which is a little thicker. This is Whistling Diesel's 4-wheeler. We're going to fly my side-by-side. I just purchased a hot air balloon on Facebook with no license.
Hey, you little.
We're just gonna be on here for a bit. Waiting for Price Right to come out. What's Price?
Diesel's 4-wheeler, and he wants to make it remote control for a video in 2 days. Today we're going to be doing metal fabrication.
I'm just on here for a little bit of fun. That's all I'm on here for, doing some fun stuff. Killing some time. That's about all we're doing today. We're just killing some time. We might... let's make deals on it. I don't like Watch Let's Make Deal. It's not that good of a show. Yeah, like it used to be. Price is Right. Yeah, I'll watch Price is Right. Especially if they're saying that what's supposed to happen around noon today. I'm going to keep an eye on it. But yeah, I think that thing they're saying is going to happen. Will happen. But yeah, we're going to be on here for a smidge. We got until...
Every Grand Theft Auto game begins in the middle of a story. Tommy already spent...
I'll be back at these restroom real quick, but you guys can say up in the chat. At these restroom real quick. I'll be back in a hot second. Check the weather real quick. Some weather coming in. It's not going to be great. Got one. Okay, the police are outside. Oh, great. The police are outside. Got 2 kids. The police were outside. They just left. I'm doing that, they're doing this, I do that, I do that. See one cat, I'm missing a cat, so I'm doing good. I can sit down and watch what I was watching until the alarm goes off. And I go to my room.
Is in prison. CJ already abandoned Los Santos, and Trevor was already causing chaos in North Yankton long before GTA 5 even began. But Rockstar never fully showed us what truly happened before the events of these games. So in today's video, we're going to uncover what happened before the events of every GTA game.
Technically, Claude doesn't count.
So we all know that in the beginning of GTA 3, Catalina betrays Claude during a bank robbery.
Sorry, babe, I'm an ambitious girl. Small time.
Shoots him and leaves him.
Okay. The HD universe goes like this. Goes Vice City, San Andreas, 3. That's how it goes.
For dead while escaping with her new boyfriend Miguel. But the real question is, what actually led to that moment? Why did Catalina betray Claude in the first place?
San Andreas.
How did the two even end up together? Because when you first play GTA 3, none of it really makes much sense. To understand all of this, we have to go back to 1992 and the events of GTA San Andreas. Because chronologically, that's the first time Claude ever appears in the GTA timeline. By 1992, Claude was involved in illegal street racing around San Fierro and owned a garage in Doherty, San Fierro. But what's more important than where he lived is how Rockstar introduced him to us. During GTA San Andreas, while CJ is desperately trying to make money to free Sweet from prison, he gets dragged into a series of robberies with Catalina after being introduced to her through Cesar Villalpando, who also happens to be Catalina's cousin. The relationship between Carl and Catalina quickly becomes toxic. Almost every mission turns into CJ suffering, while Catalina constantly insults, manipulates, and humiliates him.
Please forgive me, baby. Just don't fucking shoot me, please.
And eventually, Catalina realizes she can use someone else to make Carl jealous. That person being our cute, innocent Claude.
While he sleeps. This Carl? This is my new man. You're jealous? Are you going to fight for me, Abra?
No, I can take rejection.
You are jealous and a coward. Now let's rest.
Claude almost feels like a tool being used against CJ rather than an actual boyfriend.
Hello.
Before leaving, Claude races against Carl but loses, forcing him to hand over his garage to CJ.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, man, what is it? Cash or pink slip?
There you go. Goodbye, Mr. Johnson. I will not be missing you.
And after that loss, Claude and Catalina leave San Andreas behind entirely, heading toward Liberty City together.
My lover needs his car so we can go to Liberty City.
Liberty City? Yeah, whatever. Have a good time.
I will.
Fine.
Okay.
Go. I ain't gonna miss you.
Goodbye.
Over the next 9 years, the two travel across America, committing robberies and crimes in multiple states, including Texas and New Mexico, slowly building their reputation as criminals. Eventually, by 2001,
Like Bonnie and
they
Clyde.
finally arrive in Liberty City. which is where the events of GTA 3 begin, and where Catalina ultimately decides Claude is no longer useful to her anymore.
Sorry, David. I'm an ambitious girl.
Vice City takes place in 1986, but there is a very deep history of Tommy Vercetti. The story goes back to the late 1960s or very early 1970s, when Tommy worked for the Forelli family. He was even a childhood friend of Sonny Forelli, who later became the boss of the Forelli family. So we all know about the Harvard Butcher incident.
How many was it? 10? No, 11 men. That's how you get to be called the Howard Butcher.
You sent me to kill one man. One man.
Sonny Forelli, the head of the family, sent Tommy to carry out a hit in Harwood, a district in Liberty City's Portland area. During the hit, Tommy was ambushed by a group of 11 assassins, but managed to survive by killing all of them. Despite acting in self-defense, Tommy was arrested and convicted of 11 counts of murder. He was initially sentenced to death for the murders, but his sentence was commuted to 15 years and was nicknamed the Harwood Butcher by the press. And that's about all we officially know of the incident. But the depth of this story goes much further than most realize. One of the few things we actually know about Tommy Vercetti's early life is that his father worked as a printer.
Mr. Vercetti? Hey, you bought the old print works?
Yeah, my old man used to work on these. I used to spend the evenings with him cleaning the rollers. I was gonna follow him in his trade, but I lived a different life.
You planning on selling?
Something Tommy himself acknowledges when he purchases the print works and speaks with Ernest Kelly. So if Tommy grew up around printing, one question naturally comes to mind. Why didn't he follow in his father's footsteps and become a printer himself? Well, the answer comes down to one single man, Sonny Forelli. Sonny already had strong connections to organized crime. That's because Sonny belonged to the Forelli crime family, one of the most well-known and powerful crime families in Liberty City. Because of their childhood connection, Sonny eventually brought Tommy into the family. And instead of following his father's footsteps, Tommy joined the criminal world and began working his way up through the mafia ranks. By 1971, Tommy had already spent a few years working for the Forelli crime family. During that time, he finally became a soldier in the family. A soldier is the first official rank in mafia families. Unlike associates, who usually handle smaller jobs and aren't full members, a soldier is a made man, meaning they are officially part of the family. Soldiers are usually the people sent out to handle the family's dirty work, like collecting protection money and carrying out hits. After Tommy became a soldier, Sonny sent him on a hit in Harwood, but the job turned into a deadly ambush, with 11 gunmen waiting for him. Somehow, Tommy managed to kill every single one of them and was titled Harwood Butcher by the press. Now sitting in prison after the Harwood Butcher incident, Tommy starts realizing that Sonny may have set him up, though at the time, he still isn't completely sure. The two had known each other since childhood, but in the end, instead of trusting his old friend, Sonny chose to get rid of him. So when Tommy returns to Sonny after his sentence, Sonny sends him out of town to Vice City so people won't talk about him.
Tommy Vercetti? Huh, shit. Didn't think they'd ever let him out.
He kept his head down.
He's only killing time, these guys.
People will remember soon enough when they see him walk.
Waiting for the weather. I mean, it's getting dark out, so who knows? It could rain soon. If the weather is go off, we're gonna change our
What are we gonna do, Sonny?
thing. Go to the use laptop.
Trying to keep him
Yeah.
busy out of town, okay?
And this is where the
After the
story
news is
of
over, I'm gonna go to my
GTA
room.
Vice City begins.
Got it? 100% pure grade A Colombian, my friend.
Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Carl Johnson from San Andreas also had a very rough past. He was born in Los Santos in 1968 to Beverly Johnson and an unnamed father in the very same house that later became Carl's first safe house in the game. He is the younger brother of Sweet and the older brother of Kendall and Brian Johnson. In the introduction, he mentions that he did not know his father.
Yeah, I hear you. I never knew my dad.
Carl's younger brother Brian died in 1987. The cause of his death was never revealed, though it is implied that Carl was present, but did not help him.
That's another funeral you ran away from, fool. Just like Brian's.
Hey, she was my mama too.
Not for the past 5 years, she wasn't, nigga.
Following Brian's death, Carl left Los Santos and moved to Liberty City as Sweet laments that Carl let Brian die.
That's another funeral you ran away from, fool. Just like Brian's.
Carl was no longer considered a member of Grove Street either. Sometime after his arrival, he began working for Joey Leone, the son of Leone crime family Don Salvatore. He also committed various other small-time crimes for money. Some years later, in 1992, Beverly Johnson, the mother of Carl, was killed in a drive-by shooting on Grove Street, carried out by the Ballas. This tragic event is shown in Rockstar's introduction movie. The attack was meant to kill Sweet, but since he wasn't home, their mother was the one who died. Soon after, Sweet calls CJ with the devastating news that Mom's dead. This moment, shown in the intro cutscene of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas,
What's up? Carl is Sweet. What's up, Sweet? What you want? It's mama. She's dead, bro.
marks the beginning of CJ's story as he returns to Los Santos. Grand Theft Auto 4.
War is where the young and stupid are tricked by the old and bitter into killing each other. I was very young and very
Hello.
angry.
Now, Nico Bellic from Grand Theft Auto 4, and this is one of the most darkest and the most interesting one out there. Nico was born in Yugoslavia in 1978 to a Serbian family and grew up in an extremely harsh environment. His father was an abusive alcoholic, while his mother was deeply unhappy seeing her son raised in poverty and violence. As a child, Nico dreamed of becoming an astronaut. He confessed this during the mission, taking in the trash, but reality around him was far crueler. His family didn't even have electricity until he was around 12 years old.
I can't explain that shit.
Where I grew up, we had no electricity until I was 12.
Oh, shit. My bad.
No problem.
His later life gets even worse as war broke out
Thanks.
between Bosnian factions.
We're staying on here for a little bit, and if the news come on,
Cutscene in the game.
and if
It
the new,
tells Ileana Faustin about the horrors of the war.
When the war came, I did better.
well, actually, I'm just on here to kill time right now. We're waiting for the news. Actually, I'm waiting for the next news to come on at noon. Talk about the weather report because we're supposed to get some weather around 1 o'clock today or something like that, or before 1. That or the weather is go off first. Weather is go off first. I'm going straight to my room, using the laptop, and doing a weather report thing. Okay, I'm not like Ryan Hum, like Mr. Storm Chasers, but I do keep an eye on the weather sometimes. This show does everything from A to Z.
That thing was after the war.
So yeah, we're just doing this for so yeah.
Killed people, smuggled people.
Yeah, I'm just killing time, guys.
And you
Now-
don't worry about your soul?
Now, there is reports that Topeka and Wichita are going to get worse than we're going to get it. Now, I did get a report from a friend of mine who lives down over in Kansas or Oklahoma. I forget where he lives exactly. Send me a picture saying Topeka and Wichita are going to get real bad. You guys are not that bad, is it? Nope, we're level 2. So, yeah. I mean, I used to do videos. I mean, this is a random video for fun. I do a video at least once a day. Now, we are going to see what happens today and then maybe into tomorrow. Now, if you're not from where I'm from, about 2 months ago, we had a tornado hit here in F2. Destroyed Menards, which now turned that place down. And my work got destroyed a little bit. But, yeah, that's about it. But, yeah, we're just killing some time right now. It is getting darker out, but the railway hasn't gone off yet. So, yeah, this is just a killing time video. If it shakes a little, I'm sorry. I'm actually sitting in a new type of furniture we got. Came to a phone holder, I think, but when I move around a little bit, it shakes the camera a little bit. Which I'm not touching the camera. I'm not using a tripod. I'm using my cell phone right now, which is something I don't hardly use. I mostly use my tablet or my laptop, which I'm not watching the game show. It's gonna be on later, but yeah, I'm just killing time until noon. Watch the news, and maybe do something
That's
else.
when you walk into a village and you see 50
But yeah, we're just having some fun right now.
all sitting neatly in a row against the church wall. each with their throats cut and their hands chopped off. We realized that the creature that could do this doesn't have a soul.
During the Yugoslav wars, Niko's teenage years were completely shaped by the conflict. He served as a teenage soldier in the Serbian army, taking roles as a helicopter pilot, infantryman, and even a tank driver. At one point, Niko's military unit, around 15 men, many of them childhood friends, including Florian and Darko,
Yeah.
was sent into enemy lines.
I'm just feeling, like I said, I'm just relaxing, having fun right now.
Exactly where they were. It wasn't bad luck. It was betrayal. Someone from within had sold them out. The ambush was horrifying. Out of all 15 men, only 3 survived. Niko, Florian, and Darko. From that moment, Niko knew one thing for certain.
So it's killing some
One of the
timer
two
now.
had betrayed them.
When I was in the army, we were going on a mission. My ambush squad killed a lot of innocent people. They were our enemies. But we never did it. There were 15 of us, all boys from the village. But one of us betrayed the group. It was a setup. For money. 12 people died. 3 escaped. I know the traitor was not me. So for 10 years, I've been searching for the other 2. One of them lives here.
Convinced that one of them betrayed the group, Niko became obsessed with finding the traitor and getting revenge, hoping it would finally give him closure after everything he had endured. The war left permanent scars on him. Niko witnessed and committed horrific acts, leaving him emotionally detached, depressed, and full of regret for the rest of his life.
2 things. You remember, during the war, we did some bad things. And bad things happened to us.
A lot of you might not know this, but Niko actually had a brother who died during the war.
Feel like a man?
I saw my brother get killed a long time ago. He was a good friend of Roman's too. We never speak about it. I'm sorry. I knew you could understand that, Reed.
He spoke about it to Paki. After the war, Niko struggled to build any kind of stable life. When a country is recovering from war, jobs are almost impossible to find.
After the war finished, I couldn't get a job. Nobody.
While Roman escaped to America chasing a better future, Niko spent years trapped in the European criminal underworld, eventually serving time in prison. After his release, he became involved in a human trafficking operation run by Ray Bulgarin.
What's done is done. Yes. But there's a bigger problem.
What?
That guy I owed money to, Bulgarin.
Yes, guy in yellow. Who lives by the address?
Yeah, he's here now. Great.
During one smuggling run through Italy, the ship transporting trafficked people sank in the Adriatic Sea. Niko barely survived by swimming to shore. But Bulgarin became convinced that Niko had stolen the money and sabotaged the operation.
What's this?
And you used to work the coast in the Mediterranean, smuggling people into Italy.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But you messed up and left a lot of bad debt. You left a good friend of mine out of pocket. Big time.
Hello, nigga.
Hello, Mr. Bulgarin.
Yes. Where is our money?
I don't know. I didn't rob you.
Really?
We were busted a mile off the coast. I had to swim for my life. I don't know what happened. I nearly drowned.
Unable to escape Bulgarin's influence in Europe, Niko later joined the merchant navy and spent 7 months working aboard a cargo ship called the Platypus.
Then I got these kids and I spent the next 7 months with you fine people.
Eventually, that ship arrived in Liberty City, and this is where the events of Grand Theft Auto 4 begin.
It's 11 o'clock already? Okay.
Get Spectrum fiber-powered internet free.
Nope, I got Frontier.
And add 4 mobile phone lines. Experience the fastest internet and most reliable 5G network forever. And save $1,000 on internet and mobile in your first year, guaranteed. That's the Spectrum Savings Guarantee. Call now or go online to save $1,000 on internet and mobile.
Hydroxycut makes your practice
Yeah.
even better. When you tough it out, dig deep, fuel up, refuse to give in, and never give up, you'll get real results and crush your goals. Hydroxycut
C and B.
works.
We all know Grand Theft Auto 5 has three main protagonists, Michael, Franklin, and Trevor. So let's first start with Franklin Clinton. Franklin's life begins in South Los Santos, surrounded by poverty, broken homes, and the kind of environment where surviving another day already feels like an achievement. Franklin was born in 1988, and before he even had the chance to know his father, the man had already left the family. Growing up, Franklin only heard violent and abusive stories about him, the kind that left a permanent scar on the household without the person even being there anymore. His mother, devastated, fell deeper into cocaine addiction, and eventually Franklin lost her too while he was still young. After her death, Franklin was raised by his grandparents, who became the only real stability he ever had. He spent time around people like Tonya Wiggins and J.B. Bradshaw, and despite the rough neighborhood, his grandmother especially cared deeply for him. But Franklin slowly drifted towards street hustling at an early age. One of his earliest schemes involved selling cigarettes with JB until his grandfather caught them and chased them off. Things only became worse after both of his grandparents passed away. Franklin eventually moved into his Aunt Denise's house on Forum Drive, the same house players would later know from GTA 5. Around this time, he attended Davis High School, where he met Lamar Davis and Tanisha Jackson. Lamar would eventually become Franklin's closest and best friend, while Tanisha became one of the few people who genuinely wanted something better for him.
I love you and Lamar. We grew up together, but this life ain't for me, and you knew that. You ain't changing. I don't care how many cars you own, how many apartments you own. I don't care how many diamonds you put in your ear. It ain't for me, not done bad or done good.
But eventually leaves him after Franklin gets deeper in the crime. But Franklin's school life didn't last long. After assaulting a teacher, he was expelled, and from that point forward, he became more deeply involved in gang life, carjackings, and small-time robberies alongside Lamar.
Yep.
During one robbery, the pair managed to steal $2,000, only for a hidden die pack to explode and destroy all the money instantly. Franklin talks about it during the Palito Bay heist.
Ever hit a bank before, Franklin?
Yeah, I was the driver on the job my boy Lamar pulled. Guess it's the same kind of shit we're doing now, right?
Nice, bro. What was the take?
Shit, I don't know, man. I can't remember.
Come on. Everyone remembers their first score.
Shit, not me. Alright, man, shit. Okay. The score was like 2 stacks, man.
2G, take home on your first gig?
That ain't bad, man. And the whole score was 2 stacks. Only I didn't see none of that shit. Die pack went off, homie. Money was useless then.
Die pack. You amateur!
As the years passed, Franklin became more connected to the criminal world around him. He briefly worked for a local drug dealer named Marcus, but that relationship eventually ended with Franklin killing him. By 2008, the weight of that killing and the choices he had made caught up to him, leading to his arrest and time in prison. But unlike many people around him, Franklin still hadn't completely accepted that this was all his life would ever be. After being released, he started trying to move away from pure gang activity and searched for something that looked at least somewhat legitimate.
Dog, I told you, no more gangbanging retro vengeance bullshit. I'm trying to make some fucking paper.
You gonna make some paper, Lo, and ain't nobody out here gangbanging. It just look like that. You gotta know the difference, man.
That search eventually led him to Simeon Yatarian, the owner of a luxury car dealership that secretly operated as a loan sharking and extortion business.
I understand. Money is an issue, eh?
Money isn't an issue. This is the best part. Watch this when he real to me. He gonna get all his full money. Watch this.
Look, man, I gotta go.
Much like Vlad from Grand Theft Auto 4,
You tell me what's going on.
alongside Lamar, Franklin spent his days repossessing expensive cars from people trapped in Simeon's predatory deals. It wasn't glamorous, and it definitely wasn't honest work.
He should have paid the nizzo.
And in 2000,
I'm gonna pull that off. I gotta pull that off real hard. I gotta pull it off later. I'll be back. I gotta do a thing real quick. Make it a second. I gotta do something.
Let's say hi to my good friend George Gray. Woo! Good morning, Drew. Good morning, everybody. So happy to have you here today. Hi, Mama Mary. Hi, everybody. How you doing? Good morning. Oh, we're having another great one. What's going to happen? There's only one way to find out. Let's get this show started with the first prize ever bid today on The Price is Right. We're going to kick things off with a pair of robots.
These programmable aluminum alloy robots from RoboSend feature 41 intelligent voice command words and 9 pre-installed dance moves.
All right, dancing robots. Hey, speed of dancing robots. Devin Coda, everybody. Devin Coda. What's going on, Drew? Good to see you. The on their own rocket socket robots go to whoever is closest to the actual retail price without going over. Daryl, go ahead.
Yeah. I wouldn't want those. Those are like porn nets. But yeah. There's some wind.
Western Michigan is a fast-growing region full
There's
of
two
unique
cats, there's
experiences
one.
and traditions, and Culligan has a long history of providing custom solutions to address the area's
Oh, we're gonna
water
take
like
out-
bacteria, lead, nitrates, and PFAS. Culligan, water you love since 1936.
Are y'all looking at Realtor.com without me?
Honey, Mortgage 26 says we should keep renting.
Mortgage 26.
Reva says more realtor agents recommend Realtor.com. They track every market so you know when to make your move.
He also says that Bigfoot. Got it.
With Realtor.com.
You're watching WTEJ NBC6, where the news comes first. This is Today in South Florida.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Jill Beach. It is 7 o'clock Sunday, September 10th, 1995. Welcome to Today in South Florida, now on NBC6. Sandra Peebles joins me now with a quick look at our weather. How's it going for our students?
I'm back. I had to do a thing, but yeah, I'm back.
Drier than what it has been as that upper level low moves on out, and as far as the least, it's racing on to the northeast, far away from us, so that's good news.
Good news.
I'll have everything coming up.
He's got a travel ticket. Thanks. Well,
Oh, crap.
history in the making, and we're all part of it. This is the very first newscast on NBC6.
Weather radio's going off.
This watch includes the following counties in Indiana: Elkhart, Kosciuszko, LaPorte, Marshall, St. Joseph and Stark, and the following counties in Michigan: Berrien, Cass, and St. Joseph, and the following: New Buffalo, Michigan to St. Joseph, Michigan, Michigan City, Indiana to New Buffalo, Michigan, and Lake Michigan from Michigan City, Indiana to St. Joseph, Michigan, 5 nautical miles offshore to Mid Lake. Remember, a severe thunderstorm watch means the conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including large hail and damaging wind in and close to the watched area. While severe weather may not be imminent, persons should remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings. Stay tuned to NOAA Weather Radio, commercial radio and television outlets, or internet sources for the latest severe weather information. This is NOAA.
Okay. He's got a warning issued.
Area. While severe weather may not be imminent, persons should remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings. Stay tuned to NOAA Weather Radio, commercial radio and television outlets, or internet sources for the latest severe weather information.
Okay, guys, it's 11:04, 5 a.m. right now. The right radio for South Bend just went off, so I'm going to turn off what we're watching and go to channel 3. So we're gonna get off in a minute
There could be a problem.
and reset, but
We've thought of that too. If you can't get
so we're gonna reset in a minute. But right now we're not gonna reset right now because I'm still doing this right now. But we will have to reset in a minute. We're gonna shut down in a minute and get the tablet, iPad out, the PC out in a minute. Just see how colorful the board is real quick before we go to our room.
So the game is called Most Expensive. We have 3 prizes. We have
The whole bottom of the stage is recording.
We got the great multi-gym. We got the range. One of these prizes is more expensive than the other 2. Which one's the most expensive?
I'm gonna go with 1.
Number 1, the bags and the shoes. Bags and the shoes. All right, Devin Goda, we're going to start with you. You okay? You feeling?
So I'm gonna cut you guys off now. I'll be back on in a bit.
Flip it, please. It is